Bam! Graphics. We got graphics.
I love them. I
don't even know what I said I want it, and I didn't know that it was going to be blue, and I'm like, that is not my colors at all, but I paid for it, so here we are. So you get to be the first live show with the brand new graphics instead of the elevator music 30-second countdown. What's up, everybody, dudes and dudettes? It's a special edition of Wednesday, 7 p.m. live here on the Dude Network compared to our normal Friday weekend kickoff parties. But let's throw a little hump day action here, and I couldn't think of a better dude to do it with than the man over here on my right. I don't know if it's on yours or not, but he's hilarious, even if he's from Pittsburgh, man, but he's a really good dude. Even my wife was impressed that I got this guy to come on here, so I feel like I might have booked a celebrity here. But out of Pittsburgh, the one, the only, the hilarious, I think he's a lawyer, so don't talk shit about him. He'll take you to court. Tyler Ray Kendrick.
Hey,
what's up, man?
Tony, thanks so much for having me on. I'm honored to be the first to witness the graphics. I feel special. I love graphics. I feel like projects aren't done unless there are graphics involved.
I know, man. I mean, this is quite the setup. We got backdrops here. I mean, we can do like simple stuff here, just insert photos. I mean, we just do big things with negative budget. We actually operate on the red on the daily, I think, as a matter of fact. So
that's impressive. And you still managing to keep the lights on. I'm here for it, big guy.
Well, actually, it's a big flame over here. So if you see the pigment change, that's what's going on here. I'm
log on.
I'm finally getting rid of all my cookbooks I don't go through anymore. So what's up, man? Like, what's been going on in the world of Tyler Ray? It looks like you've been doing some stand-up. You were in the show Addicts in 2020, so you've got some acting under your belt. Yes, I did do some research. How about that?
I'm impressed.
So tell us, man. Tell us. I mean, dude, I'm jealous of your page, man. When I came across it a couple weeks ago, I just fell in love with what you got going on. So tell us about Tyler Ray Kendrick.
I've been doing stand-up comedy. I've been doing comedy in general. I started with improvised comedy 7 years ago. I teach improvised comedy. I've been performing stand-up in Pittsburgh, New York, and Los Angeles for a few years now. I was working with a sketch comedy team in Los Angeles for a while called the Color Collective during the stay-at-home order. That was super productive. But I've just been kind of trying to make my own sketches and content online because that's kind of what you have to do now. So Clarence came from like an improv show or an improv team I was on called Camp Loose Sleeve, where we played the same characters each month. And it was located at a camp. So I played a fictional character within that camp. So I was the head of athletic activities and PE called Clarence Thomas was my character's name. So I just that show ended, and then I just kind of took that character with me and just started to review food.
It's been funny, man. The one is like, it's this game when I cut off until I get the corn where I can't eat it or pass it. And then it's like going really, really good, and someone dumps a can of corn in that thing, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Me, I don't like corn. I'm not a big corn guy. Our bodies aren't supposed to have it. I don't think. We don't break it down. Our bodies don't run well on the syrup. I just don't think. And I think that kind of holds over with Clarence too. Also, I like tomatoes. But
tomatoes was the other one.
Yeah. I like tomatoes. I just don't like tomatoes out of season.
That's
fair.
You
know what I mean?
No, I get it. That's why I can mine, so I have fresh tomatoes year round, you know.
Smart.
Yeah. And I don't trust what they do at the store, man. We don't know.
No.
If I'm getting a ripe tomato in Ohio in January, I got questions.
100%. It's like, you mean to tell me that this tomato got a flight here? No, this tomato was made in a lab.
All right, man. We're coming after Big Pharma here on the Dude Network on a Wednesday at 7. We went from thinking about NBA to old time baseball and stuff like that, man. We're bringing down Big Pharma with their illegitimate sprays and preservatives.
FDA, man, I get it. The FDA's got to eat, but like,
Hey,
we got to
man,
eat
I ain't
too.
bringing them up. Hey, man.
I seen you making a bacon wrap filet mignon in a hotel room.
Oh,
I know how you get down.
Hey, man, you've lived that life in the hotel, being on the road, so you know what I was working with. So you probably appreciate it. What I was pulled off with a scratched up skillet that was like the weight of aluminum, and I think someone called me out on the first night because there still was a sticker on the one bottom pan. I put it on the skillet and didn't know because it was scratched the whole L. So I was like, "Oh, we're good," but no, someone's like, "Hey, the sticker's still on that, I think," and it was melted. So yeah. But
hell yeah,
hotel room cooking. But thank you.
Good sear. The bacon looked like it was rendered well. Yet you put a couple green vegetables in there, wrap those in bacon because you need to. Of course,
bacon.
You managed to sear the outside and then cook it to a perfect medium rare. You did such a nice job. I watched a lot of. There's a guy that I watch on TikTok. I forget his name. But he does sort of the Clarence thing, but like he'll be himself, and he watches people cook steak, and he just adds commentary while people cook steak, and he judges them if it's a good sear, has a good crust, and if he puts butter, if they put butter in the pan and baste it, and if it's cooked, don't medium well, no, he'll fucking roast you.
There's a lot of people that roast you on medium well, man. I get roasted at medium. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Sorry, I don't like pink, like warm, cool meat. Like, heaven forbid I want warm beef. I mean, golly.
Sorry that I like my food cooked to a reasonable temperature.
Yeah, man. Come on. Well, we just got to talk about what they get out of the stores here on the tomatoes. So if you guys think that they ain't doing that to your beef, you're nuts.
You're crazy.
You're nuts. So speaking of food, Pittsburgh, killer food scene. What would you say Pittsburgh is known for above all else? Like, if you go to Pittsburgh, it's the folklore, it's the legend, it's the must. Go.
I'm gonna say like if you are a transplant and you're just coming here to visit, it's a Permane sandwich. But if you're really trying to experience the Pittsburgh food and culture, it's the vast varieties of Polish food and pizza.
Yeah, pizza. See, now I did not know that about Pittsburgh pizza scene.
I was probably until a couple years ago when I consistently started to find, like, I think a couple pizza places moved in from out of town with their own kind of techniques and influences. And then that kind of pushed everyone to put out a better product. So Pittsburgh has a solid pizza scene. They're not known necessarily for like their own regional type of pizza. So like, you know how Detroit has the square deep dish or Chicago
like
deep dish or
acacia
like,
bread stuff.
Yeah, like the New York style slice. Like we don't have that. What we have is just like really dynamite pizza like that you get from a pizzeria. Fluffy crust, thick cheese, good toppings, stuff like that.
No, don't. Why stop, man? What the hell? I was about there, man.
Yeah.
What are we drinking on, man? Oh shit, there ain't no law tonight. We got the claws.
Yeah, I'm drinking every white woman named Katie's favorite drink.
Was that the mango then?
Pineapple.
Ooh, I haven't had the pineapple. Is it refreshing?
It's pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
I was pretty skeptical. I was like, I don't know. I'm usually a wild basin guy.
Pineapple carries over well, though.
Yeah.
See, some of the original flavors, man. My wife calls it static, like drinking static. She's like, "There's something in the room, but it's blurry." Like,
I don't drink dark alcohol in the week. I save the dark alcohol for the weekend. So like beer, bourbon, tequila, stuff like that. I save that for the weekends. Clear alcohols during the week. That's my system.
Something like this.
Yeah. What is that?
I mean, if I had to tell you, I'd have to kill you, but
No,
it's not
okay.
water.
That's
Some peach brandy. Some peach brandy. It's clear.
grade A hooch.
It's definitely grade A.
Yeah.
It's like the thing, man. Like this started these whole shows. It was full, so I normally take. So I guess an honor to you since you come on the guest. You know, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Every time we do a show, I take a swaller, and then swaller. I said it.
Yeah.
And then it just see how long we can get out of that gallon jug there.
Hell yeah. Is Swaller regional to Cleveland?
I don't know. I think I might have just made that up.
Hell, keep it. I've
heard it. I think I've heard it on a movie, but it's definitely associated with someone that thinks the South will rise again. I think. So
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm such a big fan of saying things the wrong way for comedy.
Yes.
Like I'll say Skellington instead of can barely say because I've got so accustomed to saying skeleton. Skeleton.
I always like to say stents. That always makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, whoa, there was a T.
Yeah.
Like that's improv though. That's what I love, man. That's what I saw that you were like an improv guy, and I'm like, oh man, this guy's gonna be able to think on his feet because we do zero preparation for these shows. We just we need personality and good times and a little bit of alcohol consumption, and we can make it happen.
That sounds like me most weekends.
Yeah.
To do when I go and do improv. Yeah, I teach it, but like showtime, all the preparation should have been either done or not done at all. And that's what I love about improv is like there's no preparation. You just show up, you implement the things that you've learned, and then you go do it. But sometimes when I write like a really good joke, I can't wait to go do it. But then again, like if I'm having a huge busy week, like I'm like really looking forward to just cutting loose and making the shit up.
Sometimes you just like get on stage, you just read the room, you're just like, fuck it. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna work here.
Yeah, I've done a few of those shows where I'm like, I'll start off one show that I did, I was like, this must have been in like a VFW in Bridgeville, Pennsylvania. I was like,
I've heard. I
was like, what's up? It was 360 white people.
I was gonna say, what if there's a bunch of me's in there? So yeah, this is actually what I was actually hoping to hear. So,
it's all
please, carry on.
A bunch of Tonys. Not a bad thing.
Hey, well, sometimes I can't vouch for all of this, man. There's some nuts out there, man.
So I come out and I go, how's it going, white people? Silence.
Oh shit.
Just silence. Just 300 people just not amused. I was like, fuck. Okay.
Oh no.
Sometimes that can be that's really reassuring to know you get that amount of non-feedback that kind of lets you know. It's actually really helpful to know that like, okay, these won't work. These will work. These are in sort of the same vein. So then you just go to your more pandery material.
Right.
So like ketchup jokes and ranch. Shit like that.
I had a dog.
Yeah, right. Man, you guys love ranch? Yeah, I love ranch.
Yeah. You put ranch on fish? What?
Oh my god. They're like, yeah, I have. Put ranch on my wife.
Well, I don't even know. Like, how do I ranch on your wife? I'm trying to improv back, man, but you win. That's why you're the best, man. I can't get on that level yet. I need to have a couple more swallers.
There you go. But I've also been acting too.
Yeah, tell us about that. Tell us.
Mostly just been in web series and commercials. I did Addicts, like you mentioned earlier. It's about 3 friends. It was just a pilot that we did, and then the pandemic happened, and then that kind of got everyone disinterested in the project. But it was fun to go do. And then I've done a few commercials for did an online car commercial ad. I did a ad for West Virginia Junior College. So my superintendent in my apartment building wanted nothing to do with it, like would not give me the time of day for like a few years. And then he's seen one of my commercials, and it might have been the West Virginia Junior College one. All of a sudden, all about me. Just like I'll see him around. I'm like, hey, Stuart. He's like, yo, you were in a commercial? That's crazy.
Get out of here, fanboy.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'll sign your teeth with my knuckles. Get out of my face.
Yeah, all right.
You know quiet hours.
Yeah, right.
Get out of here, Bobby. His
He's
was
like, oh, what do you need
tell me his name was
anything?
Bobby.
You need anything? Is your apartment good? You need light bulbs, batteries? I'm like, I'm solid. He's like, you didn't tell me you was in a commercial. You telling people?
Like, how many people come up and lie to you that they were in a commercial is what I really want to know.
Probably everyone.
Like, he was like, full. I ain't falling for that one again. No,
yeah, they're like, oh, you're really gonna kick
it was
me
probably
out?
some like one-legged truck stop lady named Gypsy or something like that took all his money. It said he was in a commercial and the pilot money is coming, and then you were the next person in line that said that you were an actor, and that just makes sense. So
right,
that's just math.
I don't fucking trust it. I better see some of his work.
Yeah. Then he sees it. He's like, oh, okay, like on a TV screen with color. Holy shit, he's making it.
He was like, you got paid for that? I was like, yeah. What the?
Hey, speaking of which, you need my fridge because I'm about to move out of this bitch. That's how much So
I was in a Pokemon commercial too.
What's that?
I was in a Pokemon commercial too.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Like, I never thought I'd meet somebody that was a Pokemon actor. So here we are. First, man, let's go. Yeah. We ain't got to the sports part yet. Pokemon. Pikachu or Rikachu?
Munchlax, I think his name is. So he just eats everything.
Oh, okay.
They brought the B team. Anyway.
I like it.
Yeah.
That would be me. You were my Pokemon.
Right? So my character, my friend is a director, and he asked me to audition for the shoot. And I submitted. I got on. I get on set, get hair and makeup done, which is like my favorite thing. Someone else doing your makeup, making you all camera ready. And I always leave my camera and makeup on until I have to like shower the next time. I don't go out of my way to take it off.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Like, hey, you want to go for a run? Like, dude, I got makeup on still from 2 days ago. Leave me out of it.
Exactly. So the shoot is great. My character and my co-star's character, we're on like this game show called like The Worst Cooks in the World. We make food for the chef and he hates it, but the Pokemon loves it. And he just starts eating all of our horrible food. And that's pretty much it. It was to advertise for their new game that came out a few months ago.
That's awesome, though. Dude, yeah. It's like, man, you're sitting there and you're like, fucking Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. Like, let's go.
My acting was, I was getting notes and side coached and micromanaged by like this guy via Zoom in Japan. It was really weird. And everyone referred to him as the client.
Oh, so awkward and
yeah.
What a concoction.
The client. The client wants to chime in. The client has an idea.
That's showbiz, baby.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, you're gonna laugh at that one day when you're sitting there holding your awards up on stage on NBC Sunday nights. You know.
Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's my dream.
When is that this year? I mean, it's coming up. You got your
yeah, I know. Be nominated for a fucking local Emmy. That'd be great.
Yeah, let's go. Pittsburgh. Let's go.
I'm actually trying to pitch my own sports podcast.
Go.
I don't know. I don't really, I got to figure it out because I want to pitch it to our local TV station and see what they say. Because I think I'm A, funny, be more attractive than most of the people talking sports here in Pittsburgh.
Definitely more attractive than me.
Yeah. Entertaining. I have a great
Yeah.
voice. So let's just get it
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah.
I'm also not willing to talk about Steelers, which is like not natural for like this market. It's like everyone.
Oh, like, can we admit that, like, what's the guy, Dan Madden, or what's his name? Like,
Mark.
Madden.
Yeah.
He's crazy, man.
He's something
How has
else.
he made it this far? Like, he just don't care.
I actually like him because he's so
funny.
different. Yeah, he's funny. He's like, he's got an angle and a personality. It's just like these other dudes here that just like refuse to make a choice. They're just super plain. And I don't know if that's just like their personality or like from the studio kind of telling them like don't go one way or the other. But like, man, the amount of non-personality here talking about sports is kind of shocking.
It is pretty wild. And everyone I'm not saying Mark Madden's bad. I'm saying this guy has pushed the envelope for like 30 plus years for Pittsburgh radio, like it's still 1970s and 80s radio. He's hilarious, but it is like he comes after everybody. Like no one is safe. No one. Not callers. He chews callers out. Like it's bad. It's bad in a funny way. It is probably. I'm a Browns fan, and I would probably actually listen to his show just to watch him yell at everybody the whole show.
Absolutely, and that's what I appreciate. Like it's TV, it's radio. It's supposed to be entertaining, and I love him for that. One time I held the door for him at Heinz Field, and he said, "Thank you, young man." So he is a nice guy outside of behind on the other side of the microphone.
That's oh my god. So you were saying, you travel New York and LA.
Mm-hmm.
You said was Chicago one or no?
I'm yet to perform in Chicago.
Okay. So out of those two big cities, or all the big cities you go to, we talked about food. You like talk about food. Which one's got a better food scene? Putting you on the spot.
Oh, New York. New York has way better food.
Okay.
It's like LA is weird. LA has food that looks nice, but isn't great. New York has great tasting food that looks great. The concentration of the amount, just also LA's food is just like instead of like it looking on top of it looking great, there's like no flavor only because like everyone's trying to be on like the LA diet where it's like all healthy. New York is like, it's cold here. We're not pulling any punches. Let's bread everything. Let's fry it. Let's put like butter in the everything. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
The Asian food in LA is great. The Mexican food in LA is great. It's like the diners in LA are awful. Everything's like flatvorless.
And like and comedians, like that's all you got, your late night diners after your show. Your dinner time's like 3 a.m. So you got Betty Boop's flatline, flat tasting, super overcooked flat chicken breast.
Or you go to a Ralph's parking lot and you get 8 tacos for $11.
That sounds like a budget of a comedian, actually.
Yeah, it totally is. And they're just like, it's on the rotisserie and they're just like shaving it off into the tortilla, onion, cilantro, boom.
Oh, damn.
Dude.
For 11? 8 for 11?
8 for 11.
What?
I'm telling you.
What just happened? Like I hated LA, the thought of LA, but Ralph's doesn't sound terrible.
Dude, and
I may have to pay $6,000 for a bungalow a month, but hey, I got Ralph's cheap ass tacos.
You sure do. And it's all like Mexican dudes like making it. Like they have a permit maybe to cook in the parking lot because they don't work for Ralph's. It's just better. Those are great. New York can get like pretty expensive going to like the fancy places, but then again, like in the East Village. I mean, In-N-Out's great in Los Angeles, but definitely I think I prefer Shake Shack over In-N-Out. You ever been to a Shake Shack?
I've heard of Shake Shack and I've heard of In-N-Out. Haven't had either. Is it close to like a Steak and Shake though? Like similar to a Steak and Shake?
It's like
Maybe
Steak
I
and
don't.
Shake's brother who went to Europe and got all cultured and realized, oh, I can treat workers well, make good food, and sell beer at the same time.
Oh shit! Yeah. Hey, man. See, I stopped. You make sound LA like it wasn't good, man. The more you go, the more I want Ralph's and beer with steak and shake.
Well,
No, you
that's
said steak.
I think they might have Steak and Shake in LA, but I think there's more Steak and Shake is in New York and Philadelphia.
Okay.
But In-N-Out's okay. In-N-Out's like a solid griddle smash burger with, you got to get it animal style. If you don't get it animal style, it's not going to be great. Animal style has like that burger sauce. You got to get animal style fries. That's the key. Double animal style. For everybody listening, you've never been to Los Angeles, double animal style. They'll know what you mean. It's not on the menu. It's a secret menu item.
Oh, the secret menu item. Dude food.
Yeah.
Dude food.
Hashtag dude food.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, that's a thing. I started it on TikTok.
Oh, did you? Hell yeah.
1.3 million views now on that bitch. Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
Let's go. One viral video.
Congrats. Hell yeah.
Hey, we got a question from the crowd here, and actually, it's from the missus, but I really like it because it's based toward you, and it's going to have you talk about your history a little bit. I didn't know he did improv. Interested in learning more about his journey. So, talk about how you ended up. You're a lawyer, right?
No.
Okay. It says on your thing you're a lawyer.
Yeah, but it also says I'm a pterodactyl and a cyclops. And
Well,
the liar.
I'm just dumbass.
It's all good.
So anyways, so you were not a lawyer. It said fuck law school and went for improv. You just killed that momentum. So go ahead. The floor is yours. I'll just sit back and drink my Busch Light because that's what I am.
There you go. My friend, my former roommate, also named Tyler, sent me an invite for a free improv class. And at a place called Steel City Improv. I went there for the class. I loved it. I decided to sign up for an 8-week class. I waited for like a few weeks until the class started I was really anxious and nervous. I had stage fright. I wouldn't even sing karaoke at that point. I hated being on stage. Being on stage made me nervous to the point where I would just kind of not be entertaining. Even though when I was a kid, I really enjoyed making people laugh and being the center of attention. But then there was something that happened in second grade. In second grade, I'd be reciting and quoting lines from Friday to all my classmates, right? This little black kid. It's the only black kid in my elementary school. And I'm just quoting lines from Friday. No one got it. I always say I've been bombing my whole life ever since second grade.
I mean, maybe you peaked in second grade,
yeah.
Man. I think you hit the peak early.
Right. So in second grade, I was in this play, and my teacher was like, "You're doing too much. You need to take it down," and kind of ruined my momentum. And I was that really affected me. I was like, "Oh, maybe I'm not good at this." So then I just kind of shut down forever. So then I went to that improv class, and I took my first class of the 8 weeks. And I loved it. And I did so well. And then I remember running all the way home, which was 12 blocks, because I was on that performance high. And then ever since, just been doing shows pretty much every weekend since 2015.
At what point did you realize that there's a real good chance that you can make a career out of this?
Where I was consistently, I had my mentor was just I had a mentor. He's still a good friend of mine. He was just as soon as, what'd you say?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. I wish. Great gentleman named Woody Drennan taught me.
Hey, Woody.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I owe a lot to him. As soon as he's been doing improv and comedy for 25 years in Los Angeles. So as soon as I started to work my way into like learning everything that he was teaching, and like I made a couple house teams and people were starting to ask me to coach them, that's when I kind of realized maybe I'm actually really good at this, and let's try to go for it for real.
That's awesome, man. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm like proud for you for going for it, man,
Thank
because
you.
I mean, and I think like on a real level, I know some people are watching this hoping to get a good laugh, but I think like COVID like opened up a lot of people's eyes to what they really wanted to do, and everybody got that 12 to 18 month window that were like had to start working from home or couldn't go to work. Like they got that opportunity to like go after their wildest dreams, and you had your funding and still everything, your life and livelihood still intact to where you could. And I think like I mean, I'm not saying anything good came from COVID, but I think a lot of people found themselves during COVID and what they really wanted to do. And a lot of people realized with social media, you know,
Make it
either
happen.
whether it be cooking, just sharing their food, like going over bourbon, like, hey, we got a lot of people like opening ball cards. So people got on there, like started opening up ball cards, like any interest that people got into, it just got blowed up over that 12 to 18 months, man. And like you kind of got, you know, an opportunity probably too to really diversify your portfolio and what you offered and brought to the table, right?
Absolutely. I got a chance to get on that sketch comedy team from Los Angeles, from my own studio apartment here in Pennsylvania. So I did an online improv class out of DC in like the first 2 weeks of the stay at home. And I got connected with someone from Los Angeles, and she posted something about their team. She was an executive producer for the team in the show, that they were looking for diverse comedy writers. So then I just sent a bunch of stuff to them, and then they invited me to their weekly meetings to talk comedy and write stuff. So we would all do like Zoom sketches, or since they were in LA, they would get everyone who was there to perform some of them. So yeah, I got a lot of opportunities to do stuff, and I got connected to a bunch of people in Los Angeles I would have never gotten a chance to connect with.
Right.
That when I move there one of these days, I'll have those connections.
So speaking of connections, networking, like, you know, I tell everybody networking is critical. If you're going to make it in social media, you got to network. You got to develop your network, your stable of boys, chicks, like you got to get your inner circle developed. So I'm sure in the comedy scene, it's probably even more so because it's literally your livelihood. If you don't know the right people, you could have all the talent in the world, but if you don't know the right inner circle of people that can help make things happen for you, like you could be doomed, right? Like explain how critical networking is for someone on the ascend, but like, you know, on the lower, like, you know, going up the ladder consistently, but how critical is that inner circle to help keep you moving in the right direction?
I would say it's more important, like you said, if you were the funniest person, that totally helps.
Right.
That will take you many more places than if you weren't as funny. But
Okay.
developing those networking skills alongside of being really funny can
Right.
can accelerate a lot of those processes. So also being like a really savvy entrepreneur can help you along those processes as well. So, and that's just kind of the way you have to think about it. Connect, talk, be a professional. A lot of the times I see a lot of unprofessional comics around, and the next time I look over, they're gone. It's because they're hard to work with, they're late, they're drunk, they're high. And then
Not now. Hey, come on now. Not in that world. No. No.
like too
No.
high, I should say too drunk to be funny and too high to be funny.
I will say I'm like peak funny at 6 to 8 Busch Lights, and I'm no longer funny at 15.
Got it.
I agree there. There's a sweet spot, but yeah, you can get a little too sauce to be funny. Not everyone can be a Ron White.
Right.
You know?
My rule is if I can drive, I can do comedy. So if I've had a few and I can still drive, I'm still good. If I've had more than a few and I feel like I couldn't drive, then
within legal limits, folks. He's in within legal limits. Hang on, just chill. Let's
exactly
that. We drink responsible on the Dude Network, but heavy.
That's right. I'm in for the night.
Yeah.
There's a really funny Patton Oswalt bit about he went to an open mic and there was a guy taking a heroin nap who would like fall asleep and then wake up mid joke and then fall asleep and then wake up further down the joke.
Could you imagine being in that situation? Could you imagine the people in the crowd be like, best show ever?
Best show. Oh my God. Was that a bit? No.
Hey, maybe it should be. Hey, there's your next improv.
Yeah.
Act like you're OD.
I'm not sure that it's going to go well.
No, that's not good. Yeah. That poor guy made Patton Oswalt millions of dollars.
He sure did.
Oh, man. No.
But yeah, like you have to be professional and you have to network and you have to get to know the right people. Then you also have to stand and deliver and prove yourself as well. Let people know that you can back your play and back up everything that you say. A friend of mine, Long John, shout out to Long John.
Long John, what's up, bro?
John,
hey, dude.
He just moved here from Zimbabwe.
Oh, sweet.
And he's huge in Zimbabwe. He was telling me he's like performed comedy several times for 5,000 people. I'm like, holy shit.
What's your biggest crowd?
I think I performed for 400 people one time.
That's pretty sweet, dude. That'd be intense, man.
Yeah. It's easier than you
John.
think. What'd you say?
I said I want to take it from Long John though, so I will go back to that. But what was that though for your what was that like?
400 people is a lot easier than you think. 400's easier than 6. Like 6 people is difficult.
Oh, yeah, it's easy to get no pop.
Yeah.
And of those 6, how many are normally coherent?
Oh, probably 4. Probably 4. So like you're really behind the gambit there.
Yeah. That's when you just try new shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Small crowd, no one's there.
That's when you try the OD bit.
Yeah. It's like, okay, it doesn't work just like I thought.
No, but Long John, out of Zimbabwe, just came back here. He's huge. He's had 5,000 people, and that's where before typical Tony straight off the path. But that's where we're at, though.
Yeah, he's great. He's super funny. I gave him a ride to one of my shows last week, and he got himself on the show and crushed it. And there was someone who came up to him after the show. He was like, do you know they did that thing where foreigners come to their country, they think that they don't understand what they're saying, so they talk much louder and slower.
Yeah. And
do you know Johnny Carson? He would have invited you to sit on the couch. Long John's like, yeah, I know him. But thank you. But yeah,
some people's children, man. Some people's
I'm trying
children.
to connect him to all the right people here in Pittsburgh too, because like he has nothing to prove to me as far as talent. He's incredibly talented. He just
need to get him on here sometime. Let's get him. I want Long John on the Dude Network.
Fuck yeah, I'll get him I'll give you his info.
Fuck yeah,
get him on here. Yeah.
We normally have Doobie with us. He's over in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So 5 o'clock is still like his end of his like work day. So he's not able to hop on here for us. But we normally do have another co-host to hop on here. to even things out a little bit. But seriously though, man, like, so you're a big sports guy. You're
Love
a
sports.
guy.
Yeah.
Love sports, man. I love that you love sports. What's your go-to sport? Who we got?
I grew up playing a lot of basketball, but like I don't play anymore. So football is my shit. Every Sunday.
So you play football?
Yeah, right. Just watch. I tried to play amateur football as an adult, and
I did too.
Did you really?
Was it a semi-pro team?
Yeah.
Hey, those are the best ass names. What was your team name?
Shit, I forget.
It won't beat mine. It will not beat mine.
What was
go
yours?
ahead and try.
I forget mine. What was yours?
We were the West Virginia Wham. We were named after a fucking onomatopoeia.
That's such a funny joke.
Like it was like a red helmet, and we ran out of money, and we got kicked out of the league like 3/4 of the year because the owner didn't pay any of the league dues that we all gave money for. But that's a separate story. He went bam and with the wham money, but like the helmet was supposed to have like a big like graphic of like the Batman like on like that on the side. It was just like wham with an exclamation point. I still have the jersey somewhere on the neck here where it says wham across it right here. To prove that I did actually play for a team called the West Virginia Wham. We played a team up at Robert Morris, actually. It was the Western Pennsylvania Warhawks or something like that.
That might have been my team. What year?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I did not make it to any of the games. I did
2009 or like 10 in that area. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No way.
I did one practice. And like while the defense is on the field, like the second offense and then the second defense is on the field, our quarterback's like smoking cigarettes. I'm like, I don't know, guys.
Hey, I had one guy. There was one guy on our team. He was a wide receiver. He was elusive because he was very wired, if you know what I mean. He was about 6'5" and about 80 pounds soaking wet, man, and he was just balling out there, just nonstop motor, just. I was like, Jesus, it's like I want that guy's energy. I just don't want what he's on to get to that energy level.
Were like,
I fielded something like Robert Morris that day we played. I remember this memory time. You always see the movies of like monsoon and you get tackled and you slide like 30 yards out of bounds. Mm-hmm. Well, I shit you not, third quarter monsoon happens, and you know Robert Morris, it's basically concrete and some astroturf on top. At least back then it was.
Yeah.
And a monsoon happened, and I went after a fumble, and someone sideswiped me, and I remember sliding over 5 yards, and I was like laying there, and I'm like, it has happened.
Slip and slide.
Yeah, it was like it's the pinnacle. Yeah. So,
dude, that's
anyway.
Yeah, I was like, they wanted us to tackle that practice, and we had no pads. Well, some of us had pads. They're like, yeah, we just want you to make a tackle. I'm like, yeah, man, I don't think we should be tackling going full speed. This is the first practice.
Yeah.
Can we learn plays? This should be a walkthrough.
I remember we actually had a real West Virginia University player. He was like it was like JT House. He played back in the 80s at WVU. And he's like just trying to run these real drills. Like he's actually like he got like this guy convinced him that this was a real functioning team. And he showed up at practice, and that was he had like his family had medical issues after that. Because he tried to get people to like run. He's like, well, we got to do some kind of conditioning. And this one guy goes, man, I didn't leave the coal mines to come up here and run my ass off. And I was like the end of that guy. He was gone. Yeah. So shout out JT House, man. I survived your practice, man. I survived.
Good for you.
The one, and that was the last real practice we ever had.
But
no. So you said you grew up playing basketball, football, like is what you're into now, man. So
I love football, man.
I love it.
Every Sunday, I love. Fuck, you know when we have those Tuesday, Wednesday games because of COVID, I love that shit.
And Maction, bro. Maction is the best.
Everyone who's complaining about, oh man, we got football every day, go to hell.
Who says that?
Like My ex-girlfriend used to say that. And
Well, thank God you said X, because I'd tell you she's done right now. That's bullshit.
She'd be like, oh, it's Thursday night football. When they start doing Thursday night football, I'm like, years ago, calm down. Go home then. Like, this is what I'm doing. I love Thursday night football. What's your favorite presentation of football? Like, which channel and network do you prefer to watch it on?
Actually, you know what? The Monday Night Manning cast was gold this year.
Yeah.
That was by far listening to Peyton raw react without like filtering, like he would just blurt out stuff without filtering. That was probably the most genuine football broadcast I've ever seen in my entire life. And as a broadcaster myself, like I take very strong critique. I mean, Jim Nantz is a legend. So CBS, the Jim Nantz Romo broadcast is probably my favorite broadcasting team on Sundays.
Sure.
Manning cast on anybody but Booger McFarland, man. Anybody but Booger.
I hate Booger so much.
Oh, it's so bad. Like I want to love him. I do. It's like hating on like the fat kid at dodgeball. You really cheering for the guy to pull through. But when they put him on that fucking doom buggy up and down, man, and then like I was like, Booger did not sign up for this.
Yeah,
he did not sign up for this.
Why'd they put like a 6'6", 380-pound black ball dude up in a fucking crane and take him up and down the field? He was blocking everyone's view.
It was bad.
I love Sunday night football.
There was actually reports that Sunday night football. Why?
The theme song. I love the theme song. The player introductions. I love those.
Yes.
The NBC music. I love to hate on Collinsworth and talk shit to Collinsworth throughout the game. He'll say something stupid like, well, that play had a lot of potential. No shit. Every play has a lot of potential.
Yeah, people ran down the field.
That's their intention, is to have. Shut up.
Like the ball gets snapped over the quarterback. Oh, it's a shame that guy really was breaking free. Yeah, because the cornerback saw the ball 20 yards in the backfield, you dipshit.
I had a lot of opinions the Super Bowl because we got Collinsworth. I was like, can we just shut him off?
And him being a Bengals guy was the worst. The worst. The absolute worst.
My friend Nicole gets worked up the most watching Sunday Night Football with Collinsworth. She's like, shut up. Like she's a bigger she's a bigger Steelers fan than me. But she'll be just like, shut up. Oh my God. Can we turn him off? But I met Joan Jett one time.
Oh wow.
And like a few years ago, actually, 2019. And I was like, you have my favorite theme song to my favorite show. She was like, what show is that? And I was like, Sunday Night Football. She was like, oh, yeah, I mean, do you like the original one? I was like, what original one?
You're lucky she didn't like beat you with her guitar and like pour a like can of Strohs on you or something.
Right. And then she went out and gave this like really half-hearted performance, and me and my friends at the time were
that was your fault, by the way.
Yeah, that's what it was my fault. I did get a picture.
Way to be a show ruiner, Dick. I mean,
yeah.
Jesus.
I had to let her know. I was like, how dare you sell the rights to that? Come on.
Yeah, you're a sellout, Joan. All the shows at CBGB, man, and you sold out the Sunday night. Everybody, NFL's got that money though.
Yeah. I would sell out to the NFL, and
I'd sell to the NFL for 2 bags of open Skittles, man. No bullshit. Out of the gutter, man. Like, hey, NFL, like, let's go. Hey, Goodell, you want me to go buff your shoes? No, fuck him. I won't do it.
That. But she looks great still. Way shorter than I expected. You know how like celebrities.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Me too. So where is she at in your scale?
I actually I got a picture with her, actually, so you can see for yourself.
Like this?
Something like, yeah. Let's see. Oh no, she's about shoulder height.
Oh, okay. Little bit. Oh,
Yeah.
look at you, dude. Dapper.
Yeah.
Dude. Bro, is that a bow tie?
Hell yeah.
Clip on or real?
Real. Tied it myself.
No, you lying ass. You did it?
Dude. YouTube, bro.
Hey, videos or it didn't happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. My hands were full. I'm watching a video and then also tying a tie. I didn't have time.
No. Tomorrow. I want another one done.
You want another one? Okay.
Another one
I got you.
You know, I'm sitting here like thinking as we go on, I'm just like, this guy's genius. He lets us do all the hard work of making all the food. And then he just gets and does a duet in about 30 seconds, and he's got a video done, man. Like, we'll be sitting there doing brisket cooks that take 18 hours. You're like, oh, that sucks for them. Like, corn dead. Right. Look at you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's called the work smarter, not harder tactic, right?
Exactly.
There, man.
I was like, well, I mean, they're still watching these people cook it, and I'm not necessarily tearing them down. And I also only just I try and do Black creators as well, because like TikTok famously tries to silence Black creators, so I will only review their shit,
right?
To try to amplify their platform. But like, that was one of the first things that I started watching on TikTok. When I first got it, my algorithm was fucked up. Like, it was Black conspiracy theorists. They're like, you know why we went to Iraq? Not for weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein had a Stargate, and we were trying to get it back from him.
Oh no, deep shit.
It's like, fuck.
Oh no,
just came here for the
all right.
dance.
That one didn't work out. So what was the next?
I got like white girls talking about mental health, but like putting most of their ass in the camera. They're like
showing off their assets. Yeah.
They're like, think about your me time and your self-care. I'm like, I'm not thinking about that right now. That's not what I see.
That's probably what they were going for. Like, you can't pull that down. I was talking about mental health care.
Right. Like looking their like hands and then rubbing the anxiety. No.
No, but you're giving me chlamydia.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So finally, like, and then I started to see like Black people and just creators react to people cooking food.
Yeah.
And adding commentary. Because I always loved dining. I love dine-ins, drive-ins, and dives. But I always found like Guy super uninteresting and like the worst part of the show.
He's so manufactured anymore, you know?
Mm-hmm. I was like, you should be making comedy. That's the secret sauce.
Food and people laughing and eating food is like the two universal cure-alls. I can't find any two things. Like, you could say, oh, alcohol. Well, not always, because obviously there's overindulgence. But food and laughing, food and jokes, always been the two to cure a lot of shit outside of whatever, you know, like a lot of stuff.
Agreed. Yeah, like food, like comedy, commentary, adding comedic commentary to people eating and preparing food. That's entertainment. I feel like Man versus Food tried that for a while, but like, I'm like, who's writing this? Someone's like nephew, like they didn't hire comedians.
I mean, like, I don't understand, like, with improv, like, and you probably get this from being from the improv background. It's like, if you're truly a talent, you shouldn't need a script. You should just be able to sit down and just go for it.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, just freestyle. And if you mess it up, you just start over. You know,
you just cut. Yeah. You just cut it out. Especially if it's recorded, you just cut it out.
And you know, as like, nah, That ain't gonna fly. Like, I hated that. That was not funny. A true funny person knows when they bomb a joke, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
You learn pretty quick, or the good comics learn pretty quickly to kill your darlings. To like, if something didn't work, you try it a few times, different locations, different circumstances. It didn't work. You hear it back. You record yourself. It's not working. You just kill it. Doesn't mean that you don't continue to work on it, because I don't think anything is necessarily off the table. It just isn't funny yet.
Yes.
And you just continue to work on it, kind of like cooking. Like, you should be able to eat pretty much anything that's actually edible and that you won't get sick and die from. But I say that now, but I feel like we're reaching the pinnacle and we're running out of ideas of things to eat. Because I see like videos sometimes on TikTok, like some woman will make punch in her toilet. I'm like, I think we figured it out, you guys. We don't need another way to like another vessel for punch. The bowl works. Not the toilet. She's like cleaning it out and like stuffing it. She's like turning the water off and just dumping shit in the toilet. And it's like, here, now everyone can come and get the punch. The bowls didn't go out of town. Like, they're still in your kitchen.
The Browns are still in the Super Bowl, bitch.
Yeah. I'm like, oh no.
Some of the shit we see, man. Have you ever heard of the app Clapper? Yeah, it's like where all the TikTok rejects go, and that's probably where my best following is, believe it or not, which makes a lot of sense, But basically, I walked on the live one night, and the girls on her just smoking dabs, like on a live, like getting gifts, like showered, like sitting there, like calling out dudes, like, "You haven't even given me no money yet." I'm like, Jesus. I was
Get
like,
it, girl.
Get nasty, Clapper. Get nasty. I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't even know what. I thought it was. I didn't know what smoking dabs even was. I was like, yo, this girl's smoking crack, and they're like, oh no, that's dabs. I'm like, that's what? That was because I'm like uncultured swine over here. And
I smoked dabs one time and then went to an all-you-can-eat buffet.
What was it? Golden Corral?
No, it was a Chinese buffet.
Oh my God, I'm jealous, man. I bet you smashed sweet and sour chicken.
Bro,
if you didn't get the beef on a stick, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah. I ate everything. Even the French fries.
Everything.
Even I typically skip the French fries and the macaroni and cheese. I was like, I don't care. This sounds good right now.
I want the pizza even.
Yeah.
Is there a sketchier pizza than Asian buffet pizza? What's sketchier, Asian buffet pizza or Asian buffet sushi?
Oh, pizza. Like, that's not their special.
Oh man, I've had some sushi like wink at me, bro. Man, that shit's sketchy, man. That shit's sketchy.
It's always a gamble.
Always a gamble.
You get the little ice cream in that little plastic cup, and then you get the little wooden spoon. They got those. I was crushing those. It was like
it's a true story. Up in Canton, Ohio, there was an all-you-can-eat buffet I walked into. There was a plate that had a dead roach on it over to the side. And everybody, including my buddy and myself, just like, oh, fuck it. Just grab the plate. It's like we kind of expected this. Like, for $10, you get what you get, So just eat around the meat,
Yeah.
But so I had to take a photo because there was like literally a line. And everyone's just like, nah, like you got a new one, like la da da da. Never did I feel filthier in my life than at that moment. But I didn't give a shit because I was probably higher than what some people would be on dabs at the time. And probably about 10 of these guys did, all to be young and, well, I would say stupid, but still there. But the young part.
I did way too many G-bongs before a Ralphie May show.
That's what everybody means, gravity.
Yeah.
Hey, we got some people in here that aren't hip to it, so we got to educate as we go. But go ahead, you're doing gravity bongs. Continue.
Doing gravity bongs. I did one at like 11 a.m. I'm like, I'm good. and I was like smoking weed with the
Every
golf
day.
team. I was smoking weed with the golf team at IUP. Man, did
Go
they
Crimson Hawks. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, did they smoke a lot of weed? You wouldn't expect it. It's like, you guys play golf? I guess you.
Dude, how do you, dude? That's the only place to smoke weeds at a golf course these days.
Right, but I was like, maybe the football, but
oh man, you
definitely
were getting educated that day.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's 11 a.m. I'm good. I got time. And then my friend was like, dude, the show is not till 8. You can do another one, and by 8 p.m., you're good. I did another one, and guess what? I was not good by 8 p.m. I was not good until fucking 6 p.m. the next day. I was I was up in my geography class, high as hell.
The car handled good. I felt like I was on a spaceship.
Yep. He was, and then Ralphie was like, in his show, was talking about smoking too much weed, and I've never related to something more in a comedy show than that night.
Ralphie, rest in peace.
Yeah, honestly. I got to see him for $5. I got to see Kevin Hart for $5. I got to see Mike Birbiglia for $5.
Good question. You named off a bunch of A-listers. Best comedy show you've ever been to? Like, you knew when you left, like, never see another one like that good again.
I think Hannibal Buress had a pretty solid show a couple years ago here in Pittsburgh, only because he also had like video involved in his set too. He was like, I hate funerals. They're fucking boring. He's like, there should be more interaction between the dead person and the guests. So he's like, so when I die, I'm going to show this video. And it was a video. He's like, I'm dead. I'm dead, y'all. I'm fucking dead.
That's the hey. Is that the new way of tech? Is that where we're going with this though? Like, think about it with everything, man. Like, it seems like the way to go, right?
Yeah, honestly. I was like, if I don't have something like that at my funeral, I'm haunting all of the people involved in my funeral.
My dad has always said he'd haunt me if I sold the farm, so I guess I'm stuck with that thing till the day.
Yeah, you're stuck.
I don't know, man. My dad, I don't know how he'd do it as a ghost, man. I have questions. I
think it's kind of like I've always thought what the hell I would do if I was a ghost. I think haunting people would get fucking old.
Yeah, I think haunting this, I don't know. I'd probably find someone I fucking hated, and I would just fuck with them forever. Like, I think that would be my, like, if I'm stuck here, I'm at least gonna make this guy's life miserable. Right? There's always a guy. I don't think any girl would ever make me that angry, but there's some dudes that I'd trip them when they were going down the steps, like on the third step, not the top steps. That way, they only broke a shoulder, not the neck. You know, so that way, keep doing it over and over again.
I would find people that I hated, and whenever they got takeout food, I'd trip them and make sure the takeout food was fall on the ground.
I'd put a cockroach in their Chinese pizza.
Yeah. Maybe it wouldn't get so boring. I don't know. That sounds like a pretty legitimate way to spend the rest of eternity. Is bullying people.
Yeah. Oh man. So, well, hey man, we went a little bit over an hour here. It's hard to believe. It is hard to believe. We didn't even really talk about what we thought we were going to talk about.
We talked about everything, Tony.
Hey man, we're just two dudes saving the world problems, man.
I'll come back if you've got more pressing questions. I'll come back.
Nope, this is one and done. You're never coming back.
This is your opportunity.
Hey man, you came, you saw, you didn't conquer, but hey, we had a hell of a time. No, I'm joking. No, man, seriously, this was a nice change up. I'm so glad that we came across each other here, man. I agree. There's something here, man. We got to keep coming you back on. Anybody else that you know in the scene that's needing a little push, send them our way. We're happy to give everybody a platform. we squeeze people in as soon as we can. I know everyone's got a little R-rated here tonight, folks, but hey, man, like we had a good time. It's hump day, so everyone just, we had a good time. We had a good time, and it wouldn't have been a good time without this man over here beside me. Over here, Mr. One, the only, straight out of Pittsburgh, Tyler Ray Kendrick. Let's go. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, until next time.
All righty.